By the way,
What?
I wanted to tell you, pull up YouTube or something, those flashback tapes, because they're gonna be, yeah.
Frick, I gotta remake some of those because I messed it up.
I don't really care if it's on the stream or not. I'm just saying I might need it to help teach me.
Yeah, but that's how I like to do it.
I'm not warmed up yet. What did I do differently than I normally do?
What?
I'm so confused. Well, this is already going absolutely fantastic.
So what should I search?
Flashback tape, the Gauntlet, Platinum.
Okay. Oh wait, you said 25 minutes?
Not for these.
What is this, 15?
An hour.
Oh my god.
They're long.
You can't spend an hour on the same thing.
By the way, you don't need a timer. These have one. Top right hand corner.
Yes, but how long do you want to stay on it?
Let's go. Alright, half an hour.
Okay. Oh, frick.
I need to find a better way to do this.
Let's do that.
What?
I had to fix the timer. Yo, what's up, Vincent? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I do want to give you some stuff to edit. See, here's the problem, Vincent.
I'm getting him something to edit too for
You are?
For April for your birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I came up with an idea and he said he'd be more than happy to do it for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Of course I'm gonna pay him for it.
But like the problem is I was working with these other editors, right? They said that they had some delays, but they still haven't given me any updates. So I'm just almost like, bro, are you guys ever gonna finish it?
No.
Like, if you're not gonna finish it, then I'm just gonna keep going to someone else. I might even give the video to somebody else. Like, I wanted that video to be uploaded ages ago. So, like, the fact that that's taking so long makes me want to just be like, you know, frick it, I'll just give you that video. Because it was only gonna be a small video anyway. It was just me making the ultimate weapon in Kingdom Hearts 1. Yes,
yeah,
Miguel, we can't quit, okay? We have problems, alright?
We want to keep try. We at least want to keep giving it a little bit of try, but
we keep like not quitting. It's so funny.
We're not quitters. We don't have it in us. Blame the Adderall and the Ritalin. Ritalin in my case, Adderall in hers.
Oh god. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well, Miguel. But yeah, I don't know where those editors are. I don't know what their plan is.
I don't know if I can use this.
I don't understand the issue. Do you want me to put the thing on stream so we can look at it?
No, I know how to do this part. I'm saying for the next part, I just don't know if I can do it.
Oh.
The thing is, Miguel, don't be expecting a... Yeah, it's
Oh,
not...
hell no. That ain't happening, bro.
I explained to her what 106% is. She looked at me and said, you're not trying that, are you? I said, hell no, I'm not.
I wouldn't even want to do that crap. Hey, that's the way a lot of people do it, Vincent. That's fine with me.
Most of the time she's streaming, if I'm not on stream, I'm playing COD with her stream on the side.
Yeah, I do that with a lot of streams. Usually it's me working and then I have a stream on the side or something.
Miguel, it's not agony. It's just...
That is agony.
It's worse than Chinese water torture.
What?
You know what that is?
No.
Look it up. It's really interesting.
I don't think I want to.
It's not as bad as you think. They're not putting people in water with a cut full of sharks. It's not what you think.
Oh my god.
Is that SpongeBob?
Yeah. Okay, that emote's funny as hell. Okay. But yeah,
Look it up.
no, I don't want to, bro.
Why?
Sus as hell. Did I add
It's
the
not what
dual
you
to
think.
it?
Does anyone here know what Chinese water torture
I gotta
is other than
freaking
me?
add all these again because I broke it. So hold on.
No, I haven't, and I don't intend to, because I saw what you posted yesterday about crashing multiple times in the game and other people crashing, and it sounds terrible and not worth it. Not only that, but I don't have the money to pre-order the game to get into the beta either. Yeah, eventually, Migla, it does cause you to go insane. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
I want to get the beta. I mean, I want to play the game.
I thought you had to pre-purchase the game to play it, or did they? Or is the closed beta?
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
Is it in open beta now? Because I think that's how open betas are. I don't prefer Vanguard regardless, but...
Oh, I've heard of that before then. I've heard of that before.
Comcast.
Comcast? What? I didn't know the beta was open. What the hell? I'm gonna play it.
I'm not. Fuck that. What is it? Are you trying to say Comcast?
What's Comcast?
Probably Comcast, but everyone knows Comcast is like the worst company ever.
That's hilarious. Yo, hold up. I gotta see that though.
Comcast?
I gotta check to see if it's I didn't know it was open. I'll play it.
I thought you had to pre-order the game to play it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not spending money on it. I'll just wait until it comes out. It doesn't even look that amazing, but
It really doesn't.
I'm probably still gonna play it.
I might. The way I'm gonna do this with the beta in Modern Warfare 2 is I'm gonna have you download it, because you're gonna play it no matter what, and play it and see what you think, and then that will let me know whether I actually care about it or not, or if I just stick to Vanguard.
Dang, I can't believe I didn't know that. It says it can't be installed yet. What the hell? Oh, I have to go to the beta. I'm stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna install it. So hopefully it doesn't like frick up anything with the stream, but
I wouldn't do that.
I have it installed in the background. It should be fine.
It looks great, honestly. These are I struggle to get to 80 and 90 on 6v6 lobbies. Yeah, but what graphics card do you have?
Oh no, that's bad, bro.
Well, we don't know what card he has. If he's getting that on a 3090, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But he's playing on like
it.
an RTX 480. That's normal. 32 gigs of RAM and a
dang, son.
1070? A 1070 is not... The thing is, I have 16 gigs of RAM, and I'm running Vanguard in 2K 1440 hertz, 144 hertz in 2K, and I get like 150 with my card, so I'll probably get a lot more than that. But I'm using a 5700 XT or 5600 XT. I can't remember. I always get it confused which one it is.
I don't know what booty are you on about, so.
My graphics card is 6 gigs of VRAM, and it's either 5700 or 5600 XT. It's an AMD card, so I don't, you know.
I've heard others have been having bad PC performance. Well, I'll see how it goes for me.
To be fair, it is in beta. So when the full release comes out, who knows what kind of frames you get. You might get 150.
The sad thing is, sometimes like the issues in beta never get fixed.
Hence Vanguard being the way that it is.
It's so sad. Like Vanguard still has issues
I think
that have been there since the beginning. It's so sad.
Other than COD 3 and the original COD 4, Vanguard has been my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, Vanguard is like a good game. Like, I enjoy it, but man, they didn't fix a lot of stuff.
But man, if they don't have, if Modern Warfare doesn't have arms race or zombies, which we know it won't have zombies.
There's no way it's gonna have arms race.
It probably won't have arms race either. I'm not gonna even want to play it.
Yeah, those are the things
I'm not.
Those are the things he ended up really liking.
Delete the timer. I'm not doing that. I'll try the other one, and then I'm probably just gonna give you the controller. Oh no, this was the one that I know how to do.
Oh yeah, you just got close but didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, but you understand it, basically.
Hard is like the understatement of the year. This is fucking impending doom and pain.
But yeah, I actually think
misery, torture. Need I go on?
I think Vanguard was a pretty good game. I don't think it was as bad as people were saying it was, but they just didn't fix a lot of things, which makes it doesn't look that great from an outside perspective.
The thing is, it's the most broken and has the most issues, but for me, it's also just the most fun.
Yeah, I had fun with it, so...
Like, I'd be perfectly content playing that, like, doing arms race and zombies and stuff, and just skipping Modern Warfare 2 entirely.
I mean, a lot of people do that with the other CODs. If you like it enough, there's no one's telling you have to ever move to the next one. You don't gotta do nothing. If you don't want to. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't believe I made that.
Gaming! Really? That's the timing I thought would work too.
You had to say something. You just couldn't help it.
I swear, bro. I just can't say anything nice. Every time I do, it just jinxes everything.
Just like the girl that liked me on Bumble this morning. You're gonna probably jinx that too.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because it's you.
Stop.
You're my bad luck charm.
Nuh-uh.
I'm kidding.
Nuh-uh. I don't know if you saw yesterday, Miggle, but I finally got, oh, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of, like, giving Vincent that to edit. I don't know if she'd be comfortable with it being a YouTube video, but I was thinking of giving that to edit, and
penis.
we can save that memory.
We can penis it.
So if, I don't remember how long that stream was. I think it was, like, a little bit over 2 hours to edit down.
I'll edit that one.
So, if you want to take that, if you would like to try that, Vincent,
oh my god!
I don't know how you live.
I don't either.
That would be another project for you.
I won't argue it, though. I will not.
But the problem I have is that I really wanted that other video to come out, and like they're like just like not doing it. So I don't know if I should just keep waiting for them or if I should just give it to you or something. I don't know, man. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do in those situations.
There we go.
Stuff's confusing.
I hate this game.
Wait, penis? What?
That's what I said. I was like, penis! Or like, we can penis it or something.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so if you don't mind getting a lot of projects, Vincent, I could give you a few.
Like I said, blame the Ritalin in my case, and in your case, the Adderall.
I just don't understand what's going on with those other editors. I'm gonna have to contact them again and be like, bruh, they're supposed to be a company. And like, this is not the way you show off your business, but you know, it's okay. I'm trying to be patient. Cause I think they're just starting or something.
Vincent, try not to be cursed. Challenge. Impossible gone wrong. 100% failure rate.
But yeah, appreciate y'all. But yeah, I did get my partner to finally play Jack yesterday. But we played Open Goal. I thought that would be a lot of fun. And
I don't like you.
I don't know. She did pretty well. I think
Get that Modern Warfare thing out of there.
Oh, sorry.
I can't read the chat.
I think that she could literally speedrun Jack. I think that if she really wanted to.
Care. Well, as long as you know that my project's going to take you at least 3 months to complete, that's fine.
What?
I'm kidding. It's not going to be that long.
I mean, my projects are easy.
The thing, I'm gonna have to do some work.
Sorry.
To give him everything I want in there.
That's fair. Like, most of the time, I'm just gonna give you a stream to cut down and just just get the good parts if there are any.
For that, it's not gonna be able to work that way. I'm gonna have to...
I speedrun your mom last night.
I'm very sorry if you did that, because it would not be pleasant.
Dang, alright. But yeah, I would like to make that a video, and she wants to continue doing... She finished Hub 1, she wants to continue doing Hub 2 and 3, and she was actually enjoying herself, so that means that, you know, we can make a mini series out of it, for sure.
A mini bop. By the way, Perictus said that he'll do the thing I want to commission him to do.
Oh, nice.
So he's gonna do that too. I told him I'll be your first review on Fiverr.
I mean, I was gonna pay him to do stuff too. I just wanted more music. I'm down.
I think it said to do this.
Can you review someone for work they did outside of Fiverr? Because I can review him for doing that other project.
I don't actually know.
Oh.
Fuck me in the ass.
I'd be like, homie bro, hook me up with the musics.
Homie bro, I broke my nutsack.
Yeah, I might ask him to do that again, see what he comes up with. Send him some stuff I've been listening to, and then see what he can come up with that's similar.
I'm gonna have him do what I've tried to do 3 times and failed each time to do, so...
Oh, and Vincent, if you're still here, I know you said you listened to the podcast, like... What did you think of it? Do you think that there's things that I can do better with it, or anything like that? Feel free to share that. You can either DM it, or... Sorry. You can either DM it or, you know, say it here, whatever you want. But I'm always looking for constructive criticism. I like to say constructive feedback. I think that's better.
Well, criticism is typically a frowned upon word. It's usually
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it just comes off negative every time.
I mean...
So I say...
Criticism, by definition, is a... What's the word? Negative term, I guess? Yeah,
like, I want some constructive feedback. So if you enjoy anything I make, and you think that there's things that I can improve, you know, do that. Oh, okay, yeah, that's just me sucking at pressing buttons. Don't worry about that.
What is he talking about?
So, like, when I play music, there would just be, like, no sound for a while because I'm taking, like, 5 years to press the shortcut. That's my fault.
Practice!
Yo, what's up? What's up, Practice? How you doing?
Right,
but yeah, that's something I can definitely get more comfortable with. That was my first time setting all the music and stuff to, like, shortcuts.
No, it's too early.
And,
I knew it.
I was just, like, a little bit uncomfortable with it. And I had that instant where frickin' Practice Jack started yelling. Just pretend it didn't happen. But,
Practice Jack for an hour.
This isn't that didn't happen. But, yeah. It was supposed to be uncut. So I was gonna cut that stuff out. But I just left it uncut. But I think when I'm being way more serious, I want to make sure I cut out, like, things like that. Because...
Also, there's some of me coughing in the back, but that's unavoidable.
Did you come through?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh well.
I mean, it's not like or anything, but like some of it was in the back.
Wowzers!
And I think.
But yeah, I appreciate the information, Noah, Vincent. I'm always open to that because I'm just starting out with this stuff. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to figure it out as I go along. So if people want to be like, "Hey, this is how you don't suck dick," then I wouldn't mind that. Aww. The way she dies is so funny. I don't know why. But yeah. Stop. But yeah, that was fun. I'm happy that she actually enjoyed streaming with me. So that means I would really love to get us, all 3 of us, doing something one day. If she would be comfortable with it. I don't know. She might not. We'll see. You know, as long as she still likes me. Like, there's usually a limit of how long someone will like me, so we'll see. Or see how long it goes. No, I ain't doing these. You are doing my knees, bro. I can do the regular levels. I ain't doing this. Oh no. What was that?
I meant to slide and I fell off, and then there was not gonna be enough time anyway.
It just looks so funny. Alright, so I'm gonna put like what we're supposed to be doing up on the screen. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. Which one is that?
I don't know.
This is the gauntlet. I don't think we want that one.
This one's called the penis. It's resilience evaluation. And I know how to do it, and I almost had it, but I still fucked it up because this is just really difficult to do for some reason.
Go away. There we go. And let's see how they're doing it.
Is that Sweet Johnny Cage?
It's Estolic or whatever.
I don't know who that is.
Me either.
And it's probably not Estolic, it's probably Estolic.
Probably. Alright, so they're doing it like you so far.
I had it.
Alright.
This is exactly what I did.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if you were doing it like that. It
Oh, I
looks like
forgot
you-
about those,
looks like
actually.
you,
So I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Oh, they did it like that. Okay. I can try that, but I'll probably fuck it up.
I don't know what you're referring to. Well, there's a checkpoint literally right after that
I know,
section.
and I saw it on screen and I died because I panicked.
I mean,
And
if
fucked
you
up the
have the
jump.
money and you think that it's worth it, I hear that those cards are really good. But I don't really follow, like,
They're not even
I haven't
out yet.
been following
How can you
it.
say that they're really good? They're not even
People
out.
are saying that they're going to be really good. Like, what they're saying about it. Like, these cards are going to be amazing and crap like that.
They said the same thing about the 1080.
I don't know. That was a good card, though.
People say it still is, but there's no way
Like,
you're
the
gonna get
thing
one
is,
now.
at this point, we're getting, like, really, there are a lot of good graphics cards out there. You
And
don't
prices
always...
are finally.
Yeah, prices are actually going down. So, like, you don't need to have, like... Oh, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't... Oh, I keep forgetting about that. People still do that crap?
Why do you think everything is the way it is now?
Yeah, but I thought it was... What the hell?
Did I just go through
That
it?
was a glitch. That was 100%
Click that.
a glitch.
I want to see that.
What the hell?
Did I literally just go through it?
Yeah, you just went through that box. Okay.
And people say that I'm too harsh on the game, saying it doesn't work right.
Things break, but you don't gotta be mean.
Toys for Bob is a crap company. It's official now.
I'm trying to figure out how I can do those. I clipped it, but I want to see how I can look at the clip. But yeah, I would love to hear how it goes for you if you do get it. I'm in the 3000 series now, and I think this card is more than enough. Only reason my computer has issues is because my CPU is a backup. I mean, my CPU is a throttle.
Bottleneck.
Yeah.
Oh my cock. There is such a thing as toxic criticism. You can give criticism with coming off like a dick.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I hate when a lot of people nowadays try to say that you better listen to my criticism regardless of how I present it, because you're supposed to, like, maturity shows that you listen to criticism.
Yeah, but maturity
but,
also
like, a lot of the
shows
times
with when you know to accept criticism versus when somebody's being an ass.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the times, a lot of those people who are giving criticism are doing it in some of the most disrespectful ways.
Are you criticizing, or are you giving helpful information and advice? That's the difference between criticism and being an ass.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I don't understand why people act like that. So to me, like, there's criticism that I'm not gonna listen to.
That's not even the bad part.
And then there's criticism that I am gonna listen to, where you're being respectful about it and you actually want to see me succeed. Yeah, I'll do that. Because, for instance, like, the people that I had issues with in the Jack community, like, they would give me criticism. What? Oh, you want me to talk about it?
Not really.
I mean, I'm just saying as an example. I'm not really going into detail about it.
But can't you give a different example that you can come up with in your head that's not
That's like... you want me to say something fake?
Yes.
Okay, there's people in my life...
Oh my god. That doesn't make it better.
...that have given criticism for me.
You're still using real examples.
I don't know how to not do that. I don't. That's just how my brain works, bro. I use real life examples to explain my perspective.
And you wonder why people don't like you.
Hey, they don't gotta like me. Ah! They don't gotta like me.
To anyone before that I hate this game?
Stop. Okay, anyway. It's not to be bad, it's just because it's a reality, like, it's a good example for what I'm talking about. They were people that gave criticism because I asked for it, right? I was asking for it. But I just didn't like the way that they were going about it. Like, they were going about it in a way that felt insulting. And to me, that's not constructive criticism. There's something off about that, but in their defense, they would try to be like, I'm just giving you criticism like you asked for, right? But it's like,
yes,
no.
But you're not criticizing me, you're being an asshole.
Yeah, you're just being disrespectful. You're literally just insulting me at this point. There's a difference between actually caring about someone and giving them advice and criticism.
Sussy Among Us guy gave feedback and then called them a bozo while giving it. Don't be the Sussy Among Us gee.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of YouTubers that do this type of stuff where they're giving criticism of people, but they're really just insulting them, and they're saying, it's criticism, why are you complaining?
Like saying, your autism does this, like, that's not helpful, that's criticizing me, and it's being ableist because I'm disabled.
Hey, you went that direction. I didn't even go that far.
Yes, but I didn't specify a single community of people either. That was my point.
Oh, sorry. I mean, the people I had issues with, not the whole community. The people I had
You said community.
Yeah, the people I had issues with in the community. That is what I had issues with.
That's like 95% of them.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
But, the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, there's a difference between those, and I don't like when people try to say, you know, oh, like...
Fuck it up.
What you're doing is totally okay, and, you know, it's okay for you. You're giving criticism, it's okay. It doesn't matter how you go about it. It's the same problem I had with... We're scaring my cock. Wow, nice.
Yeah.
It's the same problem I had with,
I don't know how to do that.
With a lot of those people.
How did they do that in the video? Because I haven't done this yet. I've never gotten that checkpoint before.
Alright, anyways.